Good morning, viewers, and welcome to another edition of the AAU Talks on AAU TV. Today's discussion is going to be on career advice for upcoming personal assistants. And with me in the studio is a seasoned personal assistant by name Madame Agnes Apedoe. She is a trained bilingual secretary from the Ghana Institute of Languages, and she is the executive assistant to the Secretary General of the Association of African Universities, AAU. Madam, you're welcome to the studio.
Thank you very much.
Are you ready for my questions?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So, Madam, to begin with, who is a personal assistant?
Thank you once again for having me on your show. Basically, a personal assistant is someone who helps with the day-to-day activities of an office. Is someone who supports with secretarial and administrative activities of an office.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So, based on your definition of a personal assistant, what's the difference between a personal assistant and a secretary?
A personal assistant is higher than a secretary in that with a secretary, the person normally deals with clerical activities, typing, responding to mails, filing, etc. But as a PA or a personal assistant, you need to be able to take initiatives. You are more closer to the CEO, and you need to work unsupervised. This PA is higher than the secretary.
Okay.
Yes.
So basically, the PA has more contact with the boss than the secretary.
Exactly so.
Okay. Now, what are some of the responsibilities of a personal assistant for those who are now eager to enter into the field?
Main responsibilities of a personal assistant is first you should be able to maintain an office.
Okay.
And when I say maintaining an office, you should be able to make sure you have all the things that you need to run the office. For instance, you need stationery to run the office. You need equipment to work with, like computers. You should make sure all these things are available for the smooth running of the office.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. And then, Madam, you've been in your field for over 20 years.
Yes.
Did you set out to become a personal assistant, or circumstances led you to become a personal assistant?
Thank you. Actually, growing up, I've always had the passion of being a secretary. And one thing that also encouraged me was we had a family friend who was working as a secretary. Oh. And once a while we do visits, pay her visits, and I really admired the work she does, and also with the fact that she's working with, normally attached to the big man of the institutions, and something that I've always aspired to be, to always be at the top, so it's something that I've been very passionate about since I was growing up.
Okay.
Yes.
Were your parents on board with your career choice, or there was a diversion before?
As I said, it's something I've been passionate about, but unfortunately the old man was not too happy about it, but I had to convince him enough that this is what I wanted to do, and he finally accepted.
Okay. At what point did he accept your career choice? At what particular point?
You know what? Initially, as I said, he wasn't too happy about it, but it got to a time, I started working for him, I became more or less his secretary,
Oh.
So there are times even when he brings out things to me to do, so I ask him, but weren't you the one who said I shouldn't work? Now you are giving me work, then we just make fun of it. He saw the need, that after all, it was a good choice I made. And I've not regretted it, actually. I'm really happy with what I'm doing.
Okay. Okay. To our viewers who just joined us, this is AAU Talks on AAU TV, and today's discussion is on career advice for upcoming personal assistants. And with me in the studio is Madame Agnes Apedoe, a seasoned personal assistant to the Secretary General of the AAU. Madame, back to you. So did you have anyone you looked up to when you started out as a personal assistant in the AAU?
Yes. I joined the AAU as a bilingual secretary. But as we work along, I think barely a year, the assistant to the Secretary General normally invites me to her office once a while to assist her with her work, you know. And I know she's a very, very serious person. She was very, very good at her work. She's very, very, very efficient, you know, a very disciplined woman. And I want to take the opportunity to thank her so much for making me what I am today. Mrs. Dixon, thank you so much.
Okay, so Madam, how has the experience been so far? The experience as a personal assistant?
It's been very interesting, very challenging. You know, you have to work with people. At times it's not easy because as a PA, there are people who come in to maybe see the CEO, and at times you need to schedule them. Some people are not too happy, but since it is your job, you should make them understand. And I think people should really know that you can't just get up to come to see the big man if you haven't booked an appointment, you know, because as he is there, he also has his work that he does. You know, it is not just sitting there to receive visitors. He also has to work. So when you come in, we have to schedule you, you know, before you see him. Some people are not too happy. Some of the challenges that we face, and I call them hazards of the job. You know,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Madam, what are some of the challenges that you faced in your 20 years as a personal assistant?
As I've just told you, dealing with people is not easy, but you have to be strong. You know, you have to be firm to be able to face these few challenges. And also the work is a bit stressful because you can be called at any time to work. You should be there, you know, you should be available to work long hours. You know, for instance, your boss has traveled, he's missed his flight, or there's a problem with his ticketing, you have to get up, get in contact with the travel agent, make sure you put him on the next available flight. So it hasn't been easy, though it's interesting now. It's something one has done over the years, so the challenges have become something so exciting to me.
Okay. So, Madam, what are some of the fond memories you have as a personal assistant in your career?
Fond memories. I think what I can remember is it's the opportunity that you have to meet people in authority. You know, work with people in authority. You know, has been so exciting to me. Yes.
Okay. So, Madam, can anybody become a personal assistant, or there are some skills that one must possess before he or she can become a personal assistant?
Definitely, you know, definitely. You should have first. You should know how to. You should have an organizational skill. That is, you should be able to manage, to organize meetings. You should be able to organize his business trips. For instance, if there are meetings outside, you should be able to book his flights, book his accommodation. You should be able to be in contact with the organizers of the meeting, you know, so that there's no hiccup in anything that you do. You are there to also receive calls, you make appointments, You know, at times you have to set meetings for him. Yeah.
Okay. So, Madam, is there a way for personal assistants to upgrade themselves in their career? Or once you're a personal assistant, that is it? There's no need to upgrade yourself?
Oh, of course there is. There are lots of courses, you know, that institutions organize. There are some organized here in Ghana. There are some organized outside the country. You know, for instance, I had the opportunity to go to South Africa to do some training courses. And I think I have to be very grateful to the AAU for giving me this opportunity. So there are courses all over the place where you can undergo, you can train, you know, as a PA.
Okay, so, Madam, your final words to the upcoming personal assistants.
What I would like to say is to be a personal assistant is not easy. It's a work which takes much of your time, and you must make yourself available any time that you are called upon. To be a good PA, you should always be there when you are called upon to do any work. You should be available to work long hours. You should be very respectful. You should also be punctual at work. You don't need for your boss to be in before you. Make sure you are there. Prepare his workflow, the daily activities he has to do. It has to be there before he comes. So you should make sure all these things are available before he comes. And also you have to be firm. As I said, you are going to work with people. And it's not easy working with people, handling people. Some are very difficult, but you have to be very respectful, polite in working with people. Some try to push you, but hey, you have to be firm. Don't let anyone use you. Your integrity is key, and you must be strong, and the sky will be your limit.
Okay. Madam, it's been nice having you in the studio.
Thank you very much for having me.
We hope that next time we call upon you, you'd be able to make it.
I'm always available, Nana.
Thank you.
I'm very happy to be on your show.
Thank you very much.
Thank you too.
Okay. Unfortunately, this show has come to an end. This has been the AAU Talks on AAU TV. Your host has been Nana Essumamba Sam, and today's discussion was on career advice for upcoming personal assistants, and our guest was Madame Agnes Apedoe. See you same time next week.